Hello and welcome to another EncryptPro video. In this video you will learn what PGP connections are, how they work, and exactly why they are more secure and should be your go-to option than sending password protected files. EncryptPro connections are built on PGP, pretty good privacy, a cryptographic standard trusted by security professionals for decades. PGP uses key pairs. These are cryptographic keys mathematically derived from the connection password you set during the setup. And those keys are completely useless without your connection password, which means even EncryptPro itself cannot decrypt your files. Zero knowledge by design. There are two types of PGP connections in EncryptPro. C1 is one-to-one, a private connection between exactly two people. C2 is many-to-many, for teams or groups with multiple members. C1 is available on both free and paid plans. C2 is only available on paid plans from starter and above. And EncryptPro takes this a step further for teams. With a C2 connection, a multi-member PGP connection, anyone in the group can access the file the moment it is encrypted. You encrypt it once and share it, every member can access it. No encrypting the same file separately for every member. No managing multiple keys. EncryptPro handles all of that for you. That is what makes C2 connection genuinely practical for teams. And we will cover it properly in a dedicated video. Now to understand why this matters, let us look at how most people share sensitive files today. Most people share sensitive files by reaching out for tools like WinRAR or 7-zip, drop the file into an archive, set a password and send it. It feels secure but it really isn't, and here's why. First, the password has to travel. You send the file, then you have to send the password as well. That is 2 points of interception instead of 1. Whoever gets both gets everything. Second, even if the password never gets intercepted, these archives are built in a way that makes them a perfect target for brute force attacks. The archive file itself contains a password verification hash, everything an attacker needs to test password after password, offline at full speed, with no lockouts and nothing slowing them down. Third is password management. Having a unique password for every file is a nightmare. That's why most people use the same password, which is more dangerous. One cracked archive and everything you have ever shared that way is exposed. And even setting security aside, the workflow punishes you every single time. Every time you or your recipient needs to work on that file, you extract it, make changes, recompress, and password protect the file again, every time. That is not a secure sharing system, that is a secure filling one with serious cracks running through it. Now here's how EncryptPro fixes all of this. The creator sets up the PGP connection and shares the connection name and password just once with the people he intends to invite. They can send a join request for the PGP connection which the creator manually approves, nothing auto-approves, adding a critical second layer of security. Once approved, members will be able to encrypt and decrypt files using that connection as well. Once you encrypt a file using a PGP connection, you can send it over email, WhatsApp, a USB drive, a public cloud link. It doesn't really matter how insecure the channel is because nobody can access that file except the members of that connection. No password travels with the file, no brute force target is embedded inside it, no password management hassle, and no extract, edit, recompress cycle, thanks to the EncryptPro's double-click on-the-fly access feature. One thing worth knowing, if you are on a free version, you can still be a member of a C2 connection created by someone on a paid plan. The connection type and features are governed by the creator's plan, not yours. So even as a free user, you can encrypt and decrypt files on a multi-member connection without needing a paid plan yourself. However, joining a connection does count towards your free plan's join connections limit. In the next video, we go side by side on C1 and C2 connection types, what each one is built for, when to use which, and how the limits work across free and paid plans. Thanks for watching the video and I'll catch you in the next one.